It is day. Sorry, it is Tuesday, the 16th of December. It is 10 past 3 in the morning, and it is day 202 of Project X, I do believe. God, this is going to be a fun old video. Whenever I say stuff like that, it normally means because I'm pissed off and it's just going to be a fucking rant the whole video. So anyone who doesn't want that, just piss off now, I guess. It probably won't all be a rant. There's definitely positives. Hopefully there'll be more once I'm finished with the day. Because I'm not finished with the day. I'm probably going to be up till like 5. I did stuff today. Like, it wasn't like I took my foot off the gas. It was just I was mentally weak in certain aspects, and it really, really got to me. Like a lot, man. Yeah, I failed in some areas, and I was thinking about this, and I wanted to drive. I didn't want to drive failure before this, but after this, I really want to drive failure, and I've been thinking about failure, and I thought like, oh, I want to, set myself to get 100% in all the exams because I know I'm not going to do that, and then it'll be failure. Or I want to, set a target to run a marathon where I'm just going to go for a run because I know I'm not going to be able to do it, and then it'll be failure. But it's not that kind of failure that makes a difference because I mean, maybe it does. I might try some of those things, but what really what ended up happening was it was a goal that I had been consistent with and something that I was doing that I had failed multiple times, and I was sat in that failure zone thinking about it afterwards, feeling shit, and I just didn't it just destroyed my motivation for a lot of things. I just felt no trust in myself. I was just in that failure zone and not pulling myself out of it. And then I realised that it felt as though sitting in that failure zone was going to make things better, but all that sitting in that failure zone did was made it easier for me to do all those other things that I would use to distract myself, like, social media or like films and videos and all this kind of stuff. It made it easier for me to slip back into that, which is what ended up happening, which is why I'm ending the day so late. And it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I can spend a little bit of time in that failure zone thinking about what happened, but as soon as it gets past the point of purposeful and thoughtful and goes into the point of just rinsing my brain over and over again, it becomes meaningless. I mean, sometimes there's not even any point of seeing that failure too much. Okay, attempt 1, failed it, fuck, alright, fine, I didn't do it on my first attempt, who gives a fuck, next try. Like, I don't need to sit in that zone and think that I'm not perfect, because fucking nobody is. But it still hurt that I failed, and it doesn't need to be specific about what I failed about. It's just, I don't know. I mean, here's a specific. I told myself that there was things I sorted out. I did the notebook thing today. That was great. And one of the big things was I was going to finish all the materials work, which I did. I did like 3 hours of work this morning. Great. Then I sorted my gym membership out. Awesome. Then I went to the gym and I hit legs. Great. And then I came back and did jack shit. I got my protein in. Great. Easy. I ate food. I love doing that anyway. It's the cut that's hard for me, not the bulk. And I just watched stuff with my dad, and yeah, okay, great. It's probably because I haven't seen him in ages, and it's nice to sit down and watch some films with him. But like, I still need to lock in. It's nice to see my dad, but it doesn't mean I can just slack off. And I did, and then because I slacked off, I felt even worse. And then I didn't want to do the work that I know I needed to do, which was I told myself I was going to start my catch up for my advanced mathematics module. And I didn't start my catch up until like fucking 1 in the morning, and then I've just done 2.25 hours of it. But it took me that long, even though I probably finished watching stuff with my dad at 11:30, because I was in that fail zone. And like, yeah, okay, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a long time, but I felt shit, and I did things like I'm pissed off with myself because of that, because I could have saved it if I didn't do that, or if I didn't just whinge and bitch to myself. It's not like I was doing it to other people. Like I wasn't messaging anyone like, oh, I'm such a fucking, but like I was just. And then I sat down, and it was like that repulsive response where I just didn't want to sit down and do the work. It just fucking. It felt like something was going to blow up. Like it was the worst thing ever. And I sat down and started it. Whoopty fucking. It just started going. It was easy. I was just grinding away, and it was like I was back to the thing, and I just thought in my brain, I actually chuckled to myself. I was like, all of that fucking moping around and avoiding it and feeling like I just didn't want to, like, it was like I was listening to stuff to get me motivated, or I was listening to whatever, and it was like I didn't want the thing that I said was the last song to stop, because I knew that then it meant I had to face the thing, and I didn't want to face the thing. And hey, guess what? Turns out that didn't be my last song. It was still another fucking couple of hours, and it's like, oh my god, I just need to get the mental discipline. And I do understand that, yeah, okay, I've come far. That might have, put me down a rabbit hole of a week or two before, but whatever. I'm not trying to be that guy who it would have taken a week or two. I'm trying to be the guy who then goes, fuck, you know what, you did watch a couple films with your dad. Hey, that's okay, man. It just means, maybe you're going to get a bit later sleep tonight. Maybe you're going to have to burn the midnight oil a little bit, but that's okay. Not mope around for fucking 4 hours crying about it. Like, but I guess it's all progress. I guess that's still technically progress, because I'm not being that guy that it takes a week. I am being a guy where it takes, an hour. And I have this thing, where I am right now is not who I am, it's just where I am. Who I am is not the guy who, takes a couple hours and cries about it. Who I am is where I'm going, and where I am is just, it's complicated, but it's what, I don't know. That's the way I think about it. But yeah, it's fine. Like, there's other stuff I need to do, and a couple of things I'm gonna do in a minute. And it's like, yeah, I really, really fucking want to go to bed right now. But hey, man, I made some choices, which mean maybe I can't go to bed right now. I mean, I could. I can make that choice right now to go to bed, but that's not being. That doesn't make me the guy. That's a thing where I'm less of a guy, my guy, who I want to be. And this is a thing, that exact quote, the makes me less of a guy, my guy, who I want to be. I don't actually know who it's by, but I've heard it on this thing that I listen to on Spotify, and I think it's really good. Like, okay, well, I want to work towards a person who I want to be and act the way I think that person who I want to be acts, or the way I want to act. And through that, I will become that person. But it's my person, it's not everyone's. I'm not telling someone else they should act like this because they don't want to be the person that I want to be. Or maybe they do, but it doesn't matter. And I could make that choice to go to bed, but I'm trying not to, and that's where the mental discipline comes into it. So, like, it's like structure and thought, and then mental discipline to execute. It's like the both. It's like, I could be really mentally disciplined. I don't actually know if this is a thing, but maybe it is. I could be really mentally disciplined, but not have the right direction. I don't know if that's a thing, but maybe I'll tell myself it's a thing, and therefore not be creating my guy. But I'm trying to create a mental capacity to believe in the person that I want to be, and then the mental discipline to execute and become that person. I don't know if they're two separate things. They might be the same thing, to be honest, because I think maybe you have to create a falsified version of yourself, or not a version of yourself, but a falsified version of something that you're working towards in order to motivate yourself to get there, because you're not there. And so what I am can't be motivating, because it ain't that nice. Like, I mean, David Goggins said, hard work isn't motivating, it sucks. It looks like a man stuck in a dungeon and he's not got a key. Well, sorry, he's got the key, but he just won't fucking get out, or something along those lines. And it's like, yeah, when you're depressed, or when you're upset, when you're not doing very well, or even if you are doing very well and you're having an off day, or even if you are doing very well and you're having a good day, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look motivating. It doesn't look, he said, it doesn't look Rocky Balboa around going going the distance. It doesn't look like that. It looks like rough. It's hard, and that's why I think it's so impressive or satisfying or meaningful to achieve that kind of mental discipline or capability to execute, or something you have to work hard for, because it is hard. And I feel like half of this is just all fucking ramble, but and I don't know how this video is at like 10.5 minutes right now. But yeah, and the other thing is I don't want to focus too much on my goals. I know I was literally just talking about making a goal and blah blah blah, but also to keep in mind, okay, right, there's the goal as well, think about that at some point. But I think sometimes it's also really important to just focus on winning the day. Sometimes it's just a battle of, man, I just got to win this day. And if I can do that every single day, I'll start to rack up those wins. And it's, the, what's that effect where everything is like either for or against? Law of attraction. It's the law of attraction. If I can stack up those wins every single day, I'll look around and there's going to be a whole lot of fucking wins around. It might not be that I won the whole thing that day, but I might have won that day. I might not have completed my entire module that day, but I might put a fucking shift in. I might put 6 hours on that module. I might have won the day. And just focus on behaviors that will lead to an outcome, not necessarily that outcome that you may or may not be able to control. So behaviors, doing work every single day. At the moment I'm trying to get like 2 sessions in, because I know that doing 1 6-hour session is not how I best operate. I don't think. I think the way that I best operate is like a 3-hour session and then a break, like doing like gym, not a break as in like, yeah, let's just jag off and watch some TV. I mean a break, doing something else, go for a run, watch, go to the gym, sort something else out, maybe life admin, maybe it's, like tomorrow I'm seeing my mum for her birthday. That's something I really want to do. Like that is a full break for me. Like that's not working on something else. That's going to see my mum, because but and then doing another 3-hour session, and this is just for uni work, and it's not something I need to get specific on, but it's the whole day that I want to be working to be the person that I want to be, and the person that I want to be has a good relationship with his mum. So doing that is working towards that. It's a really weird way of thinking about it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, think about it like this: spending time with my friends. That's 100% something I want to do, but it's also something really easy to do because I love spending time with my friends. But the person I want to be, he has good relationships with his friends, so that's part of it. But it's not a part I necessarily need good discipline and to work on. You know what I mean? It comes more easily. So like, say the gym, sometimes that does come easily, and it's not necessarily a thing I need to focus on. But then there's certain aspects of it, like eating. So it's the bits that I find hard to do, but I know I need to do, that I need this for. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is probably enough rambling. I'm thinking if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I'm actually sick to death of being average. I know, like, okay, yeah, even if someone's slightly above average, everyone probably still thinks they're average, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, what? Why is me? I'm not saying that anyone's saying this. People probably going, yeah, fucking be sick to death of being average so you can be better, which is what I'm about to say. I'm sick to death of being average, and I'm so okay with that. I'm so okay with being pissed off with not being fucking excellent at things. I'm like really okay with getting kind of a bit, bubbly and like fucking annoyed. That made me look like I was twitchy as fuck. But like, getting annoyed. I'm probably waking up my dad. I feel so bad. About not being excellent, because let that just add fuel to the fire. Like, okay, I'm not in pain about it, but let's pretend like there's other things that people are in pain about, or I'm in pain about, or whatever, man. But like, I might as well use that as motivation. Get me fucking going a bit, man. Like, but use it for my own head. Don't let someone else tell me, like, oh, you should be doing. I want to actually feel angry and let that bubble up inside me and be like, fuck, man. Fuck. Like, let's just get it done. Go out there and do that. Like, get it done for me and myself because I'm annoyed about not being excellent at this thing, and I know what I need to do to be excellent. I just don't want to do it, but now I'm gonna fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's people know, like, I know exactly how to get a first in my mechanical engineering degree. Put the fucking work in. It's not hard. Put the work in. Put the hours in. Graft. There might be parts of it where I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to do next. Put the hours in. In those hours, I might figure out that I need to ask this person a question. I just need to fucking put those hours in. And it's like, fuck, I'm pissed off that I'm not getting. I mean, I've been doing well in my coursework so far. What do you fucking do? Haven't got my first yet. Okay, I'm pissed off that I'm not doing it. Great. Be pissed off. But when you're pissed off, don't sit around and mope about it. Fucking do something about it. So next time I'm angry and I come on here and I'm bitching about it, if I'm not saying I was pissed off about this the entire fucking day, so you know what I did? I was pissed off about it and I went and I fucking tried to do something about it. Maybe I failed, maybe I didn't do that good, okay? But at least I tried to get angry and make it useful. And I feel like I just started to do that a little bit today. It took me a while, but I got angry about not getting that work done for that maths, and then I got it done, and then I chuckled to myself because I was like, what was all the fucking hullabaloo about? It's not even that, like, I just got on with it. And like, yeah, okay, I mean, there was parts of it that were harder than others. There was parts of it where I wanted to stop before the slides were over. Okay, keep going. If it's tough, all right, fine, take a 10-minute break, but then get back to it, because I swear to God, if I don't, I'll beat myself up. Anyway, I've now got some more stuff that I don't want to do, and I really don't want to do it. I can't want to go to bed, but I can't give all of this and then just fucking not do that. So I guess we'll do that, and then I'm going to do the notebook, and I'm not going to read tonight because it's already really late, and I feel as though I'm getting some. I don't know. Maybe these good thoughts. Maybe they're just shite, but I just want to sit in my thoughts tonight and not read, because even reading has become a bit of a distraction. You know, it was less of a distraction than like screens and videos and all this kind of stuff before, but now it's, you know, it's still a bit of a distraction. So I can do it, and I do like to do it because it makes me sleepy and it still gives me that space to my thoughts to breathe. And then I like lie for half an hour trying to get to sleep, and that's good. But I think I want to just lie straight away. Maybe it'll take me an hour, maybe it'll take me half an hour, but I get to process those thoughts. So angry for good reason, but not dead yet.